is Samantha from Samantha Designs 2. It is time for my Craft Roulette submission. This is for episode number 270 that aired last night, June the 6th. Today's June 7th, and I'm making my card. Okay, project is A7, so that means a 5x7 card. Colors, 1980s. And I know you're looking at this going, what are you talking about? But I'll show you in a minute. Element, interjection, and include an arch. Okay, so the arch is going to come from these rainbows. I made these stickers, gosh, months and months and months ago. Anyway, I was looking or trying to make some stickers using my Cricut Design Space, and I was following a tutorial so that you could put the clear piece over it so that it was kind of, you know, waterproof, and I used sticker paper, and it worked out really well, and I've never used not one of these lovely little rainbows. So today we're going to use it. This is the color palette, 1980s color palette. When I looked it up online, there's a specific picture that I was like, oh, this is kind of what my little rainbows include. It has 80s. It's got the little teals. It has a kind of orange and burgundy color, and then some blues and the yellow, the kind of mustardy looking yellow. So that's what I'm going with. Okay, that's my 1980s retro colors. I know everybody thinks neon, but I don't think I have anything that's neon. So I'm not going to be using neon. Okay, so that's the arch in the 1980s color palette, all taken care of. So interjection for the sentiment, I looked up interjections, and it's things like whoa, ah, ooh, oh, you know, that kind of thing. I'm going to use ah, A-W-W, like ah, thank you, and I'm going to make a thank you card. At least that's my thought. I haven't looked for the sentiment yet. I think I have one that says that. If not, I'm going to have to create it myself, which is fine. Okay, to go with this, I found, I'm going to do a very simple card sketch. I am going to be using paper from this Spellbinders paper pack that I got with their card club kit from September 2021. I'm telling you, I'm going to use all these things up, but I keep buying more. I'm not sure how I'm ever going to use everything up. But anyway, it's called Together is Best. I thought it went pretty well with this little rainbow here. These are the two pieces that I picked out. Here's my A7 card. And I'm going to add a little bit of yellow embroidery frost too. So let's get started. All right, before I do anything else, I am going to poke a hole for my thread. I am going to use one of my needles that I use when I'm stitching on cards to put this. And I'm going to put this, I'm going to wrap it around here, but I do want a hole here. So I'm going to put it like right about here. This is maybe 2 inches up, and I'm going to put it just right there, so I'll have it to put my thread through. Now I want 3 pieces of this paper, and I think I'm going to go at like 1 1/4. Ooh, how big is this? Is this 3 inches? It's a little 2 1/2. Okay, so 1 1/4 should be good. I'm probably going to have to use these 2 pieces and just one of these. I was thinking I wanted more of the yellow, but that's probably not going to happen. And I'm just using the left side of my cutting tool here to do that 1 1/4. So that leaves me with one little scrap. And I picked these colors not because I went through the whole pack to see what I wanted. These are scraps, and, you know, I'm always trying to use up my scraps. This pad has not been used much at all. Gonna be honest. Okay, and this is gonna be very simple. I am just gonna layer these up here as best I can. This is one of the more simple cards, but I'm kind of into the simple thing. That has always been my preferred type of card. Simple, simple, simple. Okay, so I'm going to put this one maybe right about here. Try to line it up as best I can. Okay, I want the other one over here. I don't want to cover up my whole So I want to go in a little bit. It looks about straight. But until I hold it up, and then I'm like, girl, you could have done better than that. But okay. Then we'll put the yellow, pretty yellow, right in the middle. Like that. Okay. Okay, so I got my needle all threaded. I'm going to stick that right through there. And bring this on through. Easy peasy. Take this off. And then see if I can get this tied. Maybe about here. I know if you're watching me, you're like, how is she even doing that? My right thumb does not bend, so I've had to learn to do things a little awkwardly. I don't hold things with my thumb necessarily. Come on. But I eventually get there. Little known fact. Okay. Well, all right, let me see if I can get my bow straight. Whenever I can't get bows to do what I want to, I typically glue it down. And that's what's going to happen here as well. So let me glue this. It doesn't take much. And then just stick the knot in it and put on, oops, these may be too short. My reverse tweezers are too short. Darn it. So what we're going to have to do is grab a nice acrylic block. Oop, to hold this down. All right, I'm going to let this dry. Okay, now it's time to add my little sticker. And then I got to figure out the sentiment on where that's going to go. Put that right there. Yay! All right, let's figure out the sentiment part of the equation next. Okay, for my sentiment, I am going to have to make it kind of myself. I do not have one that says all thank you like I thought I did. I'm going to use this thank you, and this is a crafter's square. So this came from Dollar Tree, but I really have been pleasantly surprised by most of them. I've gotten a few things from Dollar Tree that were kind of a dud as far as the stamps. Yeah, but most of them are great. I'm going to try to get these all nice and lined up. My thought is that I'm going to try to cut around it. And then from Dollar Tree also, I've had this for a while. This is just an alphabet stamp. And so I need an A and a W. Ooh, these haven't been used. They're tough to get off the plastic. Okay. And this is just it's actually in pretty big text. I wish it was a little smaller, but I can't have everything on. Okay, I don't think this piece of paper is going to be big. Let me get another piece. Hold on. And I am just using scraps from when I made my 5x7 cards. So see if these are going to line up. And I want to put the A above it. And then I'll add like 3 little dots. All of these as close together as I can get them. Now, my question is that straight? It's pretty darn straight. Okay, we're good. All right, I'm going to use Memento Tuxedo Black because that is the black that I use for everything. Uh-oh. It didn't pick up the thank. That makes it a little awkward, doesn't it? And The nice thing about this is that when it doesn't stand well, see, it didn't stand well there, I can re-ink it. That A and W is really big. Oy, I don't know about that. Trying to press in there and get an X, that K, good and inked. Okay, that's cool enough. Now, hold on. Okay, guys, I really didn't like those letters. They were way too big. I did want, something more blocky to go with this kind of scripty, but I'm not worried about that. So I did this one with some other alphabets I have. I like this better, but they're not close enough together, so I got to restamp. So sometimes you just got to play around until you find what you're looking for. I'm going to start with the thank you and the A first, and then I'm going to do the two W's separately. And I would usually just use a regular block to do this, but I'm scared I would get the W in the wrong place. Okay, see that I'm okay with. All right, let's hope this works out. Yes. Okay, one more W. Okay, there you go. And then I want to add a little something. I'm just going to add these three little, like, aw, thank you. Now this is pretty thin cardstock. I am going to want this to be a little thicker. I'm using so what I'm planning on doing is I am going to just double this over before I cut it out. I know that sounds a little weird, but this is I'm thinking would work and do what I want it to do. I may be. Is this going to work out the way I want it to? I don't know. If not, I'll do something else. Okay. Do I like this? That is the next thing. I can, Now, I didn't think about the fact about where this was going to be placed in relation to this. So I probably should not have stuck this down yet, but it looks like I'm going to be successful in removing it. That's amazing that that even worked out like that. Okay, so hold on. Why do I feel like I did? All right. I'm going to put that there. And then this here, maybe? Do I like the way that looks? I do like the way that looks. Okay. Now I'm good. Okay. So 5x7 card. This is for Craft Roulette submission number 270. Hold on, I gotta get into my yes, 270. It is an A7, so it's a 5x7 card. Color's 1980, so this is the color palette I kind of went with that I found online. Introduction is the awe, and the random is an arch, which is my lovely little sticker rainbow. Okay, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. This was a lot of fun, even all the mistakes. Have a great one, guys.